Hi, I'm Mademoiselle, and welcome to my channel. And today I want to talk to you about something that is very near and dear to me, something that has been systematically hidden from us for generations, for centuries. And that is our natural inherent connection to divine energy as Black women. So, since forever, we've been told that our spiritual needs need external validation, that our intuition isn't trustworthy, that our natural connection to divine wisdom is somehow dangerous, or it's invalid, or it's scary, okay, or it is coming to bring you harm. But what I'm going to tell you is that long before colonization fragmented our understanding of spirituality, Black women served as living bridges between the physical and spiritual realms. Okay. What if that power, that divine birthright, is still within you to be remembered? Spoiler alert, it is. It's definitely there and it's waiting. So let's get into a little bit of the suppression of this information. So this suppression of our spiritual power, it wasn't accidental, okay? Colonial systems, patriarchy, whatever oppressive structure you want to identify, okay, has recognized that controlling populations required severing their connection to ancient spiritual wisdom, okay, particularly the divine feminine that naturally resisted domination. Okay, this is why so many of us feel disconnected from our natural spiritual abilities. We doubt our intuitive guidance. We seek spiritual validation from systems that weren't designed for us or our liberation, okay? And we experience inexplicable blocks in our personal and spiritual development, okay? But here's what's powerful. That disconnection, it hasn't completely went away, okay? It hasn't completely diminished, okay? Our inherent spiritual capabilities are still within us. Our DNA carries ancestral memory that has preserved wisdom, and it's just been waiting for the right moment to resurface. Okay. And honey, that moment is now. That time is now. If you here with me in 2025, that time is now. That's the era that we're moving in and that we are progressing into. Okay. So go ahead and wake it up. So there's a lot of information on women's natural access to the spiritual dominion. But I have recently published a book. It is called Decolonizing the Divine. And this is your framework for accessing divine frequency, right? This is colonial and oppressive free understanding of how to access divinity, basically. Okay, so this book is available. I'll put it in the description. But let's get more into actually what you'll find into this book. This moves beyond theory, right? This gets a little bit into the science. Don't worry, it's not, we're not doing calculus. I'm just basically explaining to you, not basically, because it's a lot. I'm explaining to you the energetics and some of the things that are happening when you start to spiritually ascend. Okay. All right. So what's fascinating is now that modern science, even though our ancestors knew this long ago, our ancient ancestors knew this long ago. Okay. But now what modern science is starting to confirming, okay, is how epigenetic research and how it carries inherited wisdom, inherited trauma, inherited genes and DNA. Okay, epigenetics plays a part in this, aka your ancestors. And this demonstrates how consciousness affects reality at the most fundamental level. Okay, this is just you at your basic existence, right? You are connected to that in that capacity. If you are a woman and you have a womb, okay, whether physical or energetic, okay, that space functions as a sophisticated spiritual antenna, if you want to call it that, okay? It's capable of receiving and processing divine information. You have natural access to divine to the divine if you're a woman. That's your energetic system was made to receive that information. Okay. Traditional societies understood this center in this space as operating outside of linear time. Okay. You can maintain connections from the past, present, and the future. It wasn't tied to what we have been believed to only understand in this day and age. Okay. This is not mystical speculation, it is tangible and inherited, encoded DNA. Okay. It's in your being. So, as we move into this awakening, I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience. Like a little over 4 years ago, we're going into 5 years now. I had the strong urge to up and move to Jamaica. Some may identify that as astrocartography or grid worker or something of the sort. I At the time, I just up and moved to Jamaica. I was like, oh, I went to Jamaica. I'm tired of this. It was COVID time. I was like, I'm gonna go. But no, I was called out here, okay, for one to produce this, okay, to write this book. If you're seeing it, um, it's where my spiritual senses started to enhance. Is where my understanding of spirituality really grew, and I got a plethora of stories and situations I can tell. So make sure you are subscribing. Okay, make sure you subscribe and make sure you're liking and that you're sharing. Okay, so you can keep up with my escapades. I'll be sharing them here. Okay, but like myself, when you start to ascend spiritually, okay, you may start experiencing signs. You may start experiencing heightened intuitive insights, synchronistic events that can't be explained by coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidences, by the way. Your dreams and visions will start becoming more vivid. Okay, you will have a longing, a more deeper wanting for authentic spiritual connection, not stuff you just been force fed with. And you'll have feeling called to remember something you've forgotten, right? Like you just start to, it's something else. Like it's something else that I'm supposed to be connecting to, or doing, or however that may show up for you. You know, we're different in that regard, okay? But these aren't random experiences, okay? They are indicators that your natural spiritual capabilities are beginning to resurface. Don't be scared of them, okay? Don't, please, leave the fear. Leave the fear. You do not understand what's on the other side of this. You just become so expansive, so knowledgeable, and so free and so liberated when you do this, okay? So it's I know that awakening without guidance can sometimes be overwhelming and confusing, which is why I have started to develop these resources, especially for Black folks, especially for Black women, right? Because you got a different something that you're working with, okay? You got a different energy that you're carrying. So this is why I have created my upcoming webinar. Okay, so I'm inviting you to join me in a special webinar. It's happening on March 6th. They will be reoccurring. So I implore you to get on the email list, which will be on the landing page. You can get a free guide while you're there as well. So sign up. Um, to sign up for the webinar. If you're not ready yet, you can get on the waiting list by joining the email form that's on the landing page. And I'll also link there here for you, so you don't have to go finding it, right? I just put the wait list there in the description. But if you're ready to join, okay, I invite you to join me soon. This is Reawakening Your Ancient Divine Energy, and this is for self-mastery and liberation. Okay. This is for you to transform yourself with. So what I'll be doing is I'll be helping you to understand how colonial conditioning has blocked your natural divine connection, some understandings. We might dabble in some techniques which you'll get clearer understanding of what that is, right? But we'll dabble in some things to help you clear those blockages from your energy field. Um, I'll explain to you ways you can activate your inherent spiritual capabilities and how to transform generational patterns. Y'all know those generational curses. Now we getting out of that, okay? We're getting out of those things that have limited our spiritual sovereignty. Okay. I also show you some steps to align with your authentic divine frequency for manifesting and healing yourself. Okay. Um, for some, it may be new. For some, you may know that something else was out there. Okay. This isn't necessarily about learning something new. It's about remembering who you are with your DNA genetic code and habits. Okay. It's about reclaiming your spiritual birthright, basically. So when you reconnect with your natural divine energy, your decision making becomes clearer, it becomes more aligned. Your manifestations accelerates as you remove blockages. Your relationships transform as you operate from sovereignty, from your own spiritual apparatus and not seeking it from other places. Okay. Um, Generational healing occurs naturally through your awakening presence and in your awakening processes, and your purpose unfolds with greater ease and flow. This is what has happened with me. This is typically what happens with women who reclaim their natural spiritual connection. Okay. And that liberation comes from returning to your authentic spiritual nature. That changes everything. It's not just for you. This is your lineage backwards and forward. Right. You don't know what is on the side of that. I'm telling you. Okay. So it's really important for us to start understanding and getting and moving into this. Okay. We are living in a time of a great awakening. Okay. Ancient prophecies spoke about this time. Ancient traditions spoke about this time. Okay. Um, they speak about this moment where the suppressed wisdom would resurface and guide humanity through transformation. We're in a transformation period. Okay, that's what we are. The disconnection from our natural spiritual capabilities has not just affected us individually. It has contributed to collective trauma patterns that continue manifesting in various amount of ways. Right, like we understand that. So your awakening is not just personal. It is collective. When you if you have it in your heart that you want to heal and you want to help the world, your energy alone, you heal your energy alone, it transcends. Okay. All right. It's a part of the collective healing that we are in need of right now. Okay. The time for remembering is now. So please join me on March 6th for Reawakening Your Ancient Divine Energy for Self Mastery and Liberation. This is a hour and a half webinar. Is specifically for Black women. Okay. Who want to release colonial conditioning from their energy field, who want to activate dormant spiritual capabilities that are in your DNA, that want to reconnect with their ancestors to get that guidance, okay, and that information, who want to transform limiting beliefs about their spiritual power, and who want to step into their natural role as the spiritual way showers, okay? So please join me. Your spiritual disconnection was never because you lacked ability. It was because system of oppressions recognized just how powerful you truly are. Okay? It's just all been a big mind game, mind control. Your return to remembering is not just a personal journey, it's a act of resistance, reclamation, and revolution. I witnessed it. Okay, I'm telling you what happens when we clear this colonial condition out of our energetic field. Um, yeah, so it's waiting for you. Okay, so click the link in the description to register for the webinar and to begin your journey of remembering. Don't forget, I have this book. It is available. If you want to start here, that's fine. You can get on my email list, get your free guide. Okay, I'll put all of those in the description. I can't wait to see you. I hope you join me on March 6th. Until then, remember, you are the divine that you have been seeking. Okay, love you and see you soon.